So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. So today I'm going over, I've got a short little list here. This is kind of like, going to be like my video where I talked about trailers, where I bought the trailers, made the film look really good, and then the film come out and it wasn't very good. I will be doing another one of those videos for those of you who enjoyed that one. It's kind of like that. I've picked out a few films here which are generally not that well liked, but I personally have a soft spot for them. So these are some low rated, pretty bad films in some cases, which I have a soft spot for. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 12 picks here. So here's 12 films which didn't get very good reviews, some of which are pretty well disliked, some of which are not really disliked, they're just looked at as meh films, but I kind of enjoy them. So anyway, let's get started again. You know, I know that a lot of people are going to disagree here because these are pretty universally disliked films. As I say, I don't like them that much, I just have a soft spot for these films. So the first one up is Clash of the Titans. Yeah, people really dislike this film, and I watched it the other night, funny enough, and I really understand why people hate this film. You know, the dialogue in it is pretty appalling, and the storytelling, half of it doesn't make sense. However, I really like the pacing of this film. The action sequences are great, and the visuals are amazing. Sam Worthington is hopeless in this. I don't dislike Sam Worthington as much as some people do. I think he can be a decent actor when he wants to be. This is potentially his worst performance, but it's a very interesting film. I really love the giant scorpions. They look cool. The Kraken at the end was fantastic. Well, not fantastic, but it was really good. And I really enjoyed the rock guy who they meet. Who kind of joins their little gang. Also, it's got some other really good actors in as well. So yeah, Clash of the Titans. It's an interesting film. Then we got Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Yeah, I again have a soft spot for this one. This is based off a video game, and it kind of keeps up that reputation of video game movies that just aren't that good. But yeah, this one's not too bad. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in, of course, who's a fantastic actor, one of the best. You've also got Ben Kingsley in it, again, another fantastic actor, and Gemma Arterton in it as well, who is a great actress. I haven't seen her in much lately. It's funny, she was in this as well. Is she in any more of the films I'm talking about? No, she's not. She's only in these two. But yeah, so yeah, she's a very good actress, and I just haven't seen her in much lately. But yeah, it's again, kind of like Clash of the Titans. The story doesn't make perfect sense. It makes a bit more sense than Clash of the Titans. And the script isn't quite as awful as Clash of the Titans. It's not great again. But the pacing of this film carries it. The action sequences are really fun. And yeah, it's got some good humour in it. It's a Disney film at the end of the day. It's not going to be too bad. Okay, then we're moving on to one. The Perfect Storm. It's kind of a bit of a forgotten disaster film. However, in the movie industry, you have all these different conglomerates and stuff. I forget the naming of it all. I used to study media. And this film kind of had its own little section in terms of where it fit in. It's a very strange film. It's gone down in history in the movie industry. People who study films, who study media, who want to become part of the movie industry actually end up studying this film. However, as for moviegoers, it's become forgotten. It's a very strange film. And it's got a very interesting cast. It's got George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, John C. Reilly. There's another big name in it who I'm forgetting. I haven't seen this film in a while. But you know what? I really enjoy this film. The first half of it is pretty dead. There's no doubt to that. And then it kind of picks up a bit. It gets really interesting. I love natural disaster films when they're done right. Don't get me wrong, when they're done right, because they can be done appalling. San Andreas, 2012. This one, I really like it. They did based on a true story as well. They go into this massive storm. George Clooney's character is very determined that they're going to get through it, and then stuff goes wrong. And I really like that. Okay, next one up. I got slaughtered when this film came out on one of my old channels for supporting this film. But anyway, I'm going to support it again. Again, I don't think it's great. I think it's just, I'd say this is an average film, whereas everyone else seems to say it's terrible. Terminator Genisys. yeah, there are things about this film which do really bug me, Terminator fans. So before Terminator fans start really crapping on me here, there are bits in it which I absolutely despise because it trashes the original Terminator films. But I can still sit through it and have a decent time. Acting wise, it's pretty awful acting in this, I'm not gonna lie. Jai Courtney's in this. I've never ever seen a good performance from Jai Courtney, and I know some people are going to say, what about Captain Boomerang? And to that I say, piss off. Emilia Clarke, she can be a fantastic actress. She was very good in the new Star Wars film Solo. And of course she's amazing as Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones. She's incredible in that. But in this, there's something about her, it doesn't quite work. Arnold Schwarzenegger is just a shell of his former self. And I found the story really predictable, and it dragged at times, and at times it got really stupid. But again, just like Clash of the Titans and Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, this film is just fun, energetic. The action sequences work, they're fun, it's easy to follow. It's just one of them fluffy films which you can just sit through. So yeah. Next one up, Transformers. Not one, because that's actually considered a good film. I know, there's a Michael Bay Transformers film that's meant to be good. I'm not going to defend 2. 2 is an abomination. But number 3, Dark of the Moon, which is in this pack. This is the first 3 films. I like Dark of the Moon. I grew up, you know, my young teenage me grew up with that film. Went to see it in cinema. It's the first Transformers film I saw in cinema, and sadly I've seen all of them since because they continue to go downhill. But yeah, I had a good time with this one. I really liked the build-up. You knew something big was coming. The build-up, some people say, is boring. It is at times, but I quite like it. I like the whole moon thing. It's, you know, cheesy Transformers stuff that you'd expect. I don't know why some people try and take Transformers too seriously. They're like, oh, on the moon. It's like, you're in a Transformers universe at the minute. Accept that, and then you'll probably accept that they're involving the moon landing. Sentinel was a really interesting villain, of course, voiced by Leonard Nimoy. And I really, really liked what they done with the action sequences where they went with the characters. They killed off one of my favourites, unfortunately, Ironhide. And yeah, they went through some very interesting points in the story, saying that you think that the Transformers are gone, all the good ones, the Autobots and Optimus Prime, but then they're not. And the battle at the end is amazing. It is amazing. I kind of feel like the Avengers ripped it off a bit because that came out a year later. And they felt very similar. But the Avengers did it better anyway. But anyway, yeah. Transformers Dark of the Moon. It's an okay film, guys. Next one up, Alien vs Predator. This is the double pack. I'm only talking about the first film. I'm not going to go near that second piece of shit. But the first one, Alien vs Predator, I think that's just what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, because the second one has a name. Requiem. I couldn't remember whether the first one had a name or not. People hate it. It's not awful. Like, literally, the film is there to put an alien against a predator. It's fine. It's fun for what it is. There's not much story. The characters are crap. But you see aliens fighting predators. I have a soft spot for that. I can enjoy that. That can go on my list. Next one up is Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Again, this film, the story makes no sense. It makes no sense. The characters are so unlikable. The actors, they can't act. However, this is a beautiful film. It's so beautiful to look at. The action sequences are fun. Yeah. Literally, this is just a nice film to look at. That's the best thing I can say about that. It's unique in that aspect. Next one up is X-Men Origins Wolverine. I mean, yeah, this isn't a good film. I know it's not deep down. But I love seeing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine just try and destroy stuff. It's just brilliant. It's incredible. So there's a lot of cool stuff that goes on in this film. A lot of cool characters which are added. And this film has some really good layers to it. And it goes some interesting directions, to be fair. It's, you know, it's again, it's just a fluffy film. It's hard to talk about. Okay, I've got 4 more. I'm going to go through these pretty quick. The Good Dinosaur by Pixar. Yeah, this film isn't hated. This is one of those on the list which, you know, it's not hated. But it's forgotten. It's a very fluffy film. It's just meh. And again, I have a soft spot for it. I don't think it's great. It's definitely not one of Pixar's best. But, you know, one, the story is just generic and the characters are just generic. They're dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. Plus, the scenery in this film is beautiful. Okay, next one up. This is a Disney animated film. Chicken Little. Yeah, this is probably Disney's weakest film alongside Home on the Range. But I grew up with this one. That's my excuse for this one. It's dumb. It's stupid. The characters are ridiculous. It kind of tarnishes the story of Chicken Little a bit. But it's fun. It's a Disney film. They keep the pacing up well. And then I've got Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, there's some really dumb stuff in this. The mum who screams all the time. The Spinosaurus that can sneak up on people. The Velociraptor that talks to Alan in a dream. Alan. But you know what? It's still a Jurassic Park film. There's still dinosaurs running about. I have a really, really fun time with this film. The Spinosaurus is awesome. I know people hate it because it took out the T-Rex in like 2 minutes. But the Spino was so much more scary. I love it. And the last film I'm going to talk about is Warcraft. Another forgotten game film. Yeah, this is directed by David Bowie's son, fun fact. I know it's not good, but I enjoy this film. I'm a fan of Warcraft. I used to like Warcraft when I was younger. I wasn't a big gamer. I wasn't a big player of Warcraft, but I used to like it and enjoy it. So yeah, Warcraft's going to get a spot on my list. There's some fun elements to it. It's got a bit of a shocking twist at the end. But yeah. But anyway, there are some films which are known to be bad, but I just have a soft spot for. Don't like them too much at the end of the day still. I'm not going to go say that Warcraft's great because it's not. But I have a soft spot for them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye-bye.